Hey, what's up, y'all? So this is gonna be a little different. Right now, I'm in Cooperstown, New York, at the Baseball Hall of Fame here. We're also gonna check out the New York Capitol in Albany. This is gonna be a new series. I'm calling it OdySnips. It's just videos based on one specific part of a destination rather than the whole destination. I think this is gonna be a really cool first OdySnips. I think. Baseball Hall of Fame, tons of history. I'm not a huge baseball fan, but my father is, and there's a lot of history there I'd like to learn about. And same with the New York State Capitol. That's going to be a pretty cool thing to see. So this is the Odyssey. Cooperstown is a city in upstate New York that has a very clear baseball theme to it due to the Hall of Fame being here. Going into the Hall of Fame itself, we were greeted with a couple statues, and they even gave us this book to look at while we explored. Like I said, I'm not a very big baseball or a very big sports guy in general, so this video is mostly going to be talking about the biggest lesson that I learned by exploring this place. My whole life, I had never really given a second thought to sports. I never cared about them. I thought they were silly at one point. I never stopped to think about the history or the way that it brought people together in a way that very few other things could. But after visiting the Baseball Hall of Fame here in Cooperstown, I can confidently say that I have a completely different outlook when it comes to sports. Naturally, this place is filled with memorabilia and history and everything baseball fans would love. Entire monuments dedicated to some of the greatest players in history, like Babe Ruth. Jerseys, bats, balls, items that can be used to represent entire teams. They had a section dedicated to the black voices of baseball, which is not only empowering, but also highly important to the sport's history. It provided African Americans with an opportunity to showcase their talent during a time when baseball was segregated. The memorabilia, while cool to see, is also eye-opening to someone like me. They had these suits of the mascots around, they had artwork, they had equipment that was used by players. They had seemingly random, unrelated items when it comes to baseball, and while I can't tell you that I know the full story behind any of those items, what I can say that I know is that there is, in fact, a story behind every item in this facility. They even had sections related to Latino baseball and women's baseball, which gained significant popularity during World War II due to most of the able-bodied men being out in the war. The biggest thing I took away from the Baseball Hall of Fame is that baseball and sports in general aren't just games like I thought they were. I never considered how they can help a person evolve into themselves, never considered the numerous cards that people collect and bond over, never considered that each individual player has their own story to tell. Then, of course, there's the Hall of Fame gallery, which is arguably what you're coming here for. There are hundreds of plaques detailing some of the greatest baseball players in United States history, from the first class all the way up to the modern day. All in all, this place really showed me the joy and the love that can come out of sports, not just in the United States, but on a global scale. Now it's time for Albany. During the drive to Albany, I thought a lot about the Baseball Hall of Fame, but soon enough, the excitement of visiting a new city dawned upon me, even if it would just be very brief, since the weather didn't seem to want to cooperate with us here. Even in the rain, looks like a pretty nice city. And it definitely was. The architecture of the New York Capitol is downright stunning, and it's actually often compared to the architectural beauty of the Parliament buildings in London. The capital of the Empire State is actually one of the oldest surviving settlements from the original 13 colonies, officially chartered in 1686. Unfortunately, we couldn't spend a lot of time here, but seeing this architecture was an absolute marvel. So Albany wasn't what we expected, but it's a nice city at least, and I got some cool footage of it, right? That's it. Whether your life is carefree or busy as could be, always remember to leave a little bit of room for wonder, y'all.